Raising our anchor from beneath the lush forests of Huahine, we turned westward toward the next islands in the Society Archipelago. Taha'a shares a barrier reef with Raiatea, and we set a course for a gap in the coral at the northern end of the islands. Seas were breaking on the barrier reefs as we approached. From a distance, we could not see a path through the rollers. After a frantic rechecking of the chart and the sailing instructions, we lined up the buoys and found the channel to the calm lagoon within. Rounding the north end of Taha'a, we got our first glimpse of the iconic skyline of Bora Bora in the distance.
Or we just go with it. This is how you transfer French butane at low pressure into an American propane tank, which normally runs at high pressure, with a homemade hose. And supposedly everything's going to work off of this butane when we get it done. But it's transferring very slowly. We can hear it running in there, the liquid, just a trickle. Might take all night.
Right now we are heading to the coral gardens. That is Bora Bora, and just in between those motus is the coral garden.
The coral garden is a shallow channel through the barrier reef between two motus. The tide flows briskly into the lagoon through the gap, providing a free ride to drift along, enjoying the fish and coral. We enjoyed it so much, we hiked back up to the entrance to ride it again. Raising sail, we set out for Bora Bora in near perfect conditions. In Bora Bora, anchoring is prohibited almost everywhere, so we grabbed one of the moorings over a white sand bottom. Everywhere you go on Bora Bora, the central mountain dominates the view.
Where'd you get your flower?
We just stopped at a pineapple stand, and the sweet lady gave me a bunch of flowers, and they smell amazing.
What'd you get?
I got a baseball.
After spending several days gazing up at the mountain, we decided to try to climb it. Dinosaur ferns. The route was a bit treacherous, and we started to worry that a passing shower would turn it into a mudslide. Luckily, the weather held as we inched up the slope.
I don't know that I put my full weight on this one.
It's a pretty far fall. Feeling a little sweaty?
I'm wiped out.
Here we go.
Much of the Society Islands was smothered in a vine that we did not see in the Marquesas. We wondered if it was an invasive species, as it was capable of engulfing and killing even the tallest palm trees.
Alright, Jonathan, why don't you get up first?
Time for a swim. Feels good.
With the number of days left on our traveler's visa rapidly dwindling, we set out for the upwind journey to Raiatea. A large swell was rolling in from the south, all out of proportion to the breeze. The heavy swell was crashing into the barrier reef, and clouds of mist hung over the breakers like smoke. Once again, we were a bit tense entering the narrow pass through the reef, with the big rollers on each side of us. With the looming expiration of our visa, our minds had started lingering more and more on the vast ocean that lay to westward. We visited the authorities in Raiatea to check out of the country while keeping a close eye on the weather. Unfortunately, a 5-meter swell was rolling in from a series of storms in the Southern Ocean, and the port was closed to any vessels leaving. We sailed the gusty conditions back to a favorite spot on Taha'a to hunker down and wait for better weather. We have loved our time in French Polynesia. It was the landfall after our first big ocean crossing, the culmination of a lifelong dream. When we arrived in the Marquesas, we drank in the soaring green cliffs and the spectacular scenery in every direction. The fragrance and beauty of these remote islands after such a long time at sea will always stick with us. In the Tuamotus, thin ribbons of sand rise barely above the waves. We were mesmerized by the deep turquoise hues of the lagoons, and we gained a healthy respect for the care required for safe navigation in these waters. Arriving in the Society Islands, we found an easy life of lush mountains, pineapple fields, and beaches, all rich with history. Everywhere, we experienced the friendliness of the local people. With our focus now turned westward once again, we studied weather models and thought anxiously about the upcoming voyage. We planned an 1,800-mile passage across a patch of ocean that is ominously called the Dangerous Middle. There are so many unknowns before an ocean crossing, and we contemplated the vast sea before us, and the places that we would find at the far end of it.